They say success belongs to the young, that if you don't make it early, you never will. But what if I told you a man built a billion-dollar empire after being rejected 1,009 times, and he did it at the age when most people retire? This is the story of Colonel Harland Sanders, the man who turned failure, poverty, and rejection into a global symbol of success. This is Beyond Limits TV, where every struggle becomes a story. Harland Sanders was born in 1890 on a small farm in Indiana, USA. Life didn't give him an easy start. When he was just 5 years old, his father died. By the age of 10, he was cooking for his younger siblings, while his mother worked long hours to feed them. He never finished school. He dropped out by grade 7. By 16, he'd already left home, moving from job to job: farmhand, streetcar conductor, soldier, railroad worker, insurance salesman, and even a gas station owner. But wherever he went, failure followed. He was fired more times than he could count, and every time he had to start again. Still, one thing stayed with him. He loved cooking. In the 1930s, Sanders opened a tiny service station in Kentucky. He cooked for travelers passing through: fried chicken, country ham, biscuits, and vegetables. He didn't have a restaurant. He served people in his own dining room, but people loved his food. Soon, his reputation spread, and in 1936, the governor of Kentucky made him an honorary colonel for his contribution to local cuisine. For the first time, success seemed close. He built a real restaurant, a motel, and served hundreds of customers every week. But fate wasn't done testing him yet. In 1955, at age 65, tragedy struck again. A new interstate highway opened nearby, and it completely bypassed his restaurant. His business collapsed. His life savings disappeared. He sold everything to pay his debts. All he had left was a $105 monthly pension check and a secret fried chicken recipe he believed was special. Most people would have given up right there, but not Colonel Sanders. He said to himself, "I'm not done yet." At age 65, he packed his pressure cooker, his 11 herbs and spices, and started traveling across America, knocking on restaurant doors, offering to cook his chicken recipe for owners. If they liked it, he'd ask for a small share of the profits. If they didn't, he'd move on. And guess what? He was rejected 1,009 times. 1,009 people told him, "No. It'll never work. You're too old. Go home, old man." But rejection didn't break him. It fueled him. He said, "Each no just brings me closer to a yes." Finally, one small restaurant owner in Utah tasted his chicken and said, "This is amazing." That yes changed everything. Soon, more restaurants joined. By 1963, less than 10 years later, there were 600 KFC franchises across America. And in 1964, at the age of 73, Colonel Sanders sold his company for $2 million, worth over $20 million today, but kept working as the brand's ambassador until his death. Each no just brings me closer to a yes. The world remembers his face, his white suit, his smile on every KFC bucket. But what they should remember is his unyielding belief in himself. Because Colonel Sanders' story is not about fried chicken. It's about never letting age, failure, or rejection decide your destiny. He didn't start young. He didn't have money, education, or connections. He just had a dream and a will that refused to die. So if life keeps saying no, remember Colonel Sanders. Remember the man who built a global empire after 1,000 rejections. Your dreams might not come easy. You might fall, fail, and feel forgotten. But as long as you're still breathing, it's never too late to rise. Because success doesn't care about your age. It cares about your persistence. Keep moving forward. Keep believing. And one day, your story will inspire the world. This is Beyond Limits TV, where struggle becomes strength. Like, share, and subscribe if you believe it's never too late to rise.